all we need to do today is focus on drawing our super awesome blue jays. Blue jays are one of those birds that you see a lot in winter that really stand out beautifully in the snow because of the bright blue color of their feathers. If you've clicked on this video, it's because you wanted to do the blue jay over the cardinal. So my artists, let's go into this together, and I know yours are going to look fantastic. Hey artists, so you'll have this big piece of paper at your table. And my artist, this is very special paper because this paper is specifically made for paint. So yes, we're gonna get painting, but today we're not gonna paint. Today we're just going to do the outline of our blue jays. And you'll notice that you have a fold right in the middle of your paper. And that fold is going to show you where to start putting your blue jays. So let me show you what I mean. So I'm going to draw a line on my fold for you to see it better. You don't need to draw one on yours. I just want you to be able to see mine. I have a line right here. Center of my paper, that's the crease, that's the fold. Again, you don't have to draw that line. I'm just showing you where my fold is so you can see it better. You're going to take your hand that you do not draw with, because you're going to need to make a mark with your drawing hand, your dominant hand. And my artist, you're going to take your thumb and you're going to place it in about the middle of the paper right on this line. Close all your fingers together. And at the very top of your pinky, you're going to draw a small circle or dot. Good job. Right to the side and a little below of your dot, you're going to draw a diagonal line. And then underneath that, you're going to draw another diagonal line so it looks like an open mouth, kind of like a Pac-Man mouth. From the top line, you're going to draw a curved line down, forward. That's going to start to be the top of our beak. It kind of looks like a nice curve of a nice smile. And then you're going to draw from this beak down to the bottom of the Pac-Man's mouth. You are going to draw a straight line. Now my artists, don't feel like you have to get the correct line on the first try. First of all, yours are going to look different than each other's, different than mine. That's great. That's a good thing. But if you make something that you are not a huge fan of and you want to redo, this is pencil. You can just erase it. Now artists, something to keep in mind though too is don't then press too hard. If you press too hard, it's a lot harder to erase. So press hard, hard to erase. Draw light till you got it right, then you can press hard. It's easier to erase something lighter. So now from both these corners, I'm going to draw a straight line across, and that's going to make and separate the top beak from the bottom beak. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to, from this point here where the top of my Pac-Man mouth met this curved line, I'm going to make my way up into the air because we said that cardinals and blue jays both have kind of fun hair. And artists, you want to make sure this is high above the eye, not right next to the eye. You want to make it high up. I'm only about a finger, and for you probably a finger and a half from the top of the paper. From there, I'm going to make those swooping spikes down, going kind of far from the eye. I'm going to stop when I get to about the eye. I'm going to curve small line to start to be the back of my bird's head. And then I can make another curved line for my bird's back. Again, you don't have to get your perfect line the first try. All right, artists. Now from here, at the bottom of the beak, I'm gonna start to make my bird's body. And you don't wanna make your bird's body too small. I don't wanna bring it back into here. I wanna make sure it's rounded and it comes to about the bottom of my page. So I'm going to take the bottom of the beak, I'm gonna make a curved line out. Kind of about the same size as this small curve here. Curve it back around to make my bird's belly, and I'm gonna bring that back. Now my artist, you can see that I have almost down to the bottom page. I only have about half a finger left over. And if you aren't happy with some things, if you drew nice and light, you can erase that and you can just redraw a line. All right, now we need to do our bird's wings. So I'm gonna zoom you in just a little bit. So my artist, this is the bottom of the belly, this is the side edge of the paper, and this is my bird's back. See where the beak's coming in? You have two choices of wings. You could do wings that are in upward J's, and I'm going almost in a diagonal line. They're getting kind of smaller and smaller as they go up. I'll darken that so you can see, because I drew light till I got what I liked. Goes up, 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 and up, little J's. Or my artist, you can do different wing. This one might have more details. And about the middle of the edge of my paper, so about equal from here to here, I'm gonna draw a straight line across, but before I get to the other end, I'm gonna curve that wing into a backward C, kind of like a J or a hook. From the top of my bird's back to the bottom of the wing, then I'm gonna draw a cloud line. A cloud line looks like a bunch of little C's or U's laying on their side all the way down to the bottom of the wing. And then from there I can add the feathers. And those feathers are just going to be straight lines from the edge of the paper all the way to my U's. Going all the way down to the bottom of my wing. Now artists, a blue jay compared to a cardinal, we know has a lot more detail on its wings. So you can go ahead and look at your pictures of blue jays and you can draw in some extra details. So now the last thing to put on our bird is that dark detail that they have on their face. So from the very bottom of where you drew your spikes, you're going to draw a line to your little eye that you made. From the bottom, and you want to bring that to the top of the eye. So that line's going to go to the top of that dot. And from the bottom of the dot, you're going to draw a curved line down around the beak, kind of where its cheek would be. And you're going to bring it down, 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 down to where you made that one little curve underneath the beak. And from the bottom of this other small curve here, so I brought this down to the bottom of this curve, and from the bottom of this small curve, you're going to bring a small curved line down to the bottom of that. All right, artists, now we can start adding the branches around our J's. And when we add the branches, we want to do lines that are side by side. So I could make a branch that my Jay is living in, and I don't want to just do one line because I'm going to fill this up with paint. So I'm going to do a little ways down and do a line. So I have two lines side by side. gonna fill up my paper around my blue jay with lines, and I can even make branches coming off those lines by drawing 2 lines side by side also. Now if I have branches, because up in the tree sometimes branches overlap each other, some are in front of each other or some are behind the other. When I do that, I don't want to draw my branches right on top of other branches. You don't want them to crisscross over each other. To show that there's one in front or one behind, you are not going to draw through the one you want on top. So let me show you more what I mean by that. You are going to take these lines down and imagine that you're going through the one you want on top, and you're going to continue the line on the other sides. I'm going to fill up my whole entire space with branches. Alright, artists, when you finish your branches, you're going to show me a quiet hand, and I will bring you this blue oil pastel, and you are going to outline your whole drawing and creation in this blue oil pastel. Now the only thing is when I draw these lines, I'm drawing one line. I'm not doing a bunch of scribbled lines or dashed lines. I'm taking my time and I'm slowly going over the lines I drew so it's nice and clean, because all that extra work I did before I already had done with my pencil.